All right, let's do it live. Quarterback School Live Special Edition, Weekend Edition. What the heck is going on around here? It's football season-ish. We're getting there, warmed up, locked in, ready to go. Fired up for a little live. Do it right, do it light. A little Saturday morning, depending on where you're coming in from. Post hoops for me. Hopefully I don't cramp up mid-live here. Yeah, special edition. So appreciate everybody coming in, checking out. It's been fun to kind of get back into the flow of the channel, pumping out content here for the preseason, fired up as we get closer and closer to the regular season for the NFL. College football season right around the corner for the Patreon community. It's going to be fun. This live is going to be a little bit different. Okay, I'll get to a couple questions here right out the gate. Good to see some familiar faces in here. Appreciate it, Sean. Jesus. Griffin, what's good? For us, this live. Okay, appreciate Daniel subscribing. My guy, we just passed. What did we just pass subscription-wise here? 340,000. Pretty cool. Surging our way to 350 and 400. Pretty excited for all the OGs that have been here for a long time. So this live, do a couple questions here. Get them in now if you want to get them in and got a chance to get them read. But I really am doing this because I want to talk Raiders quarterbacks. I feel bad because I got a bunch of people coming at me during the week about doing the Raiders film. I wanted to do it. I actually prepped it. So I watched the video, tagged it, cut it how I would do it for the video, and then just didn't film it. And so now it's Saturday. It's Saturday morning, midday where you are. I think the Raiders play tonight. What's up, Michael? I think the Raiders play tonight. So I don't really want to jump back into it. Uh-oh. Hopefully we're still going here. Got nervous. So we're just going to do it on the live. I'm not sure it's going to work. I've never done it quite like this. So we'll see. Got a lot of moving parts over here. But before we jump into it, let's see if we got any questions in here. Griffin, see if this thing works. This is probably an O-line question. But at the tackle position, what is the proper footwork and depth needed to block an edge rusher while also not getting beat inside? Ooh, depth and width. I think it totally depends on the type of pass play too, the drop. You basically want to understand where the quarterback's supposed to be. I think universally, high-level football, quick game is 5 yards-ish. Intermediate 5-step drop stuff is like 7-8 yards. And then deeper 7-step, under center, 5-step play action stuff is more like 9 to 10. So you're really worried about where the launch point is for the quarterback. So that depth and width is a little bit different for every type of pass drop. But, I've had every offense is going to do it a little bit differently. The 3 tenets that I like to use, see if I can remember them from my coaching O-line days. And I hijacked these from a video that a former teammate of mine did, LaCharles Bentley. Good dude, excellent offensive lineman, really good teacher too in this kind of format. He essentially said, get the hell out of your stance. Okay, make sure you're getting depth, and then you're not getting beat inside. So I think those are kind of universal tenets that you'll probably hear me repeat sometimes on the channel. But you just want to essentially, different technicians will tell you like this foot needs to split the crotch of the defender, stuff like that. Like I don't really get into that part of it. Unless you're in an offense where you're specifically talking, this scheme, this pass play, this kind of drop, this protection. I just think universally you want to set with width and depth. I personally don't love a vertical set. I sure as hell don't love a jump set. So hopefully that kind of gives you a little context. All right. Any other? Michael. Weekend. Who knew? Who knew we could do this? Special weekend, special occasion. The good stuff. Michael, appreciate the long-time member. Edward Bills. That's a good one. Who has surprised you the most this season? I would say just like performance-wise that jumped off the film. I think that Tanner McKee film that I put out yesterday was really nice. That surprised me just because I have zero expectations. I think we all have high expectations for certain guys, and those guys have lived up to the billing early on here. We'll see exactly what it looks like moving forward. But that Tanner McKee film, man, he really threw himself into an opportunity to solidify that number 2 spot in Philly. He's driving the ball down the field. I know he didn't have the greatest, performances maybe last year, but that thing was pretty sweet. All right. So what we're going to do here is try to get this thing to work. Will it work? Michael, you got to shake it off, Doc. Shake it off. All right. So a lot of moving parts here. If it doesn't work, tell me in the comments. Okay, we're going to take the live stream off the screen here. See if I can find the correct one. And it should go to my grill and the video. Oh my God. Now, I am not a huge fan of this type of quote unquote video analysis with the analysis person's face on here. It's not for me. I'd rather see the film. But because this is a live stream, I don't know, it just made sense to do it more than anything else. This is not really my exact process for this. I don't really love using notes, but I'm going to just to keep this thing kind of flowing. Now I'm going to stop a lot here. Okay. So if something like goes dramatically wrong in the video, let me know in the comments. I'll try to peek over there every once in a while, but we are going to watch the kind of highlighted plays I would have made a video on with the Raiders quarterbacks. So Aiden O'Connell up first. See if this thing works. Get the pen going as well. All right, there we go. So first up, big play action. There's a flag down here to the bottom, pylon over up top. Big completion. I mean, the guy's wide ass open. And, I would personally love to see a better throw. Not my favorite footwork. Click, click, click. I think it impacts the accuracy of the throw. It's certainly a nice play. Okay. And so what's going on here scheme-wise is we are going back post or not back post, back pylon or flag. Back pylon, flag. And then we're going to rock that over. And this thing's wide ass open. My footwork thing that I'm talking about, and y'all, if you follow the channel, you know what I'm going to say. The base is outstanding. As he moves, I would love him to keep that base as he moves to be able to be a little bit more consistent as opposed to getting what I'm used to calling getting clicky, narrowing your base to then have more moving parts to then make it harder to be as precise as you want to be. Okay, so nice fake, 5-step drop, click, click. Again, does he have to do that? I just keep that base nice and tight, be able to put it right where you want. And this really should be a bigger hit, right? Like a better throw, catch, run, make somebody miss. Maybe it turns into an even bigger play. Can't really see it here because the film from the end zone here is from a helicopter looking right down on you. This feels like a drone and making me sick. Click, click, click. It's still a really nice chunk. I thought he showed the ability to move in the pocket really well. Right here, 3rd and 3. This is excellent pocket movement. So there's going to be a stick up top. No to the sit over the ball, and then the corner stop down here to the bottom. Again, beautiful pocket movement. Not the most accurate throw probably, but watch the pocket movement. Going to your left, full field read. So no, over the ball, no. Look at that. Nice, great job climbing the pocket. And then he's able to reset. He doesn't even reset. He's drifting to the left, ripping a corner stop or 7 stop. It's outstanding. It's really nice. So concept-wise here, let's see who runs the flat, who runs the stick. Yeah, there it is. So it's this little stick. Here's the flat. You would start over here. There's going to be a sit over the ball, and then where the ball ends up going here on what I'm used to calling this corner or 7 stop. I think this is a nice, better play than true spacing. True spacing to me obviously sucks if you heard me talk about it before. I like the timing of this better. Again, Great job being able to go through this read 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way across the field, stay in that pocket. He really does have a nice feel for the pocket and ability to drive the ball down the field. So no, that's a really nice base right there, right? So he's going no to the sit. Now he's got to move, stay on the move, sort of, and rip that thing down here. Now again, it's not a perfect ball, but it's certainly good enough. He's fallen off to his left. It's really outstanding. He just looks comfortable in the pocket. No. Again, that's a really nice, man. Smooth, fluid, nice shot. All right, next one here, a little play action drift. So 1st and 10, we're going to try to rip the drift down here to the bottom. It's not there. We've now got to get out on the move. And this is where you start, I think, to see some limitations. You know, I don't think anybody thinks Aiden O'Connell is a dynamic athlete back there or NFL standards by anywhere close. But we also don't want to skip balls deep down the field when we're trying to extend plays. Does that make sense? So if everybody in the West Coast world, and really everybody in the league nowadays, runs this kind of like drift post. So play fake away, right? Flip your hips, come back. We're trying to hit this thing right here. If it's not there, I think most teams run like 7 stop or corner stop out of this. It looks like the Raiders here are going like post. It ends up working out nice because as he extends this thing, you know, there's a chance for a big play down the field. There are many quarterbacks in the league that you wouldn't be surprised at all if they made this throw going to the right. I think with Aiden O'Connell, that's just not his strength. That's not his game. And you see kind of the limitations of what he's able to do as he extends plays. So again, is that throw going to be there down here to the bottom of the screen? Maybe. I mean, he's got the leverage he wants. You want him carving that thing back, but you can't, you know, throw it here, skip it to the guy. That's not going to work. So again, you just see the limitations outside the pocket extending the play where Gardner Minshew, you know, might not be as prolific in the pocket on time, but he probably does extend and create a little bit better. So there's just a contrast in their style of play. Next one here, 2nd and 10. We're going to rip a little under up top. Really nice base. I think this is a quick, decisive, full field read. And I don't think it's the most dynamic throw in the world. Doesn't really matter. So no to the right, all the way back across. So watch his helmet. To the right, spider cam. Okay, it's not there. Back across to the left. Watch the base as he moves. Quick, sudden, you know, a bit of a Tebow as far as the ball location, but good enough. And again, that little under is up top to the number 1. Now, it's not my favorite route in the world, but it's almost like a little pick they're trying to get. The number 2 gets into the corner. Get that nice little rub. It's just a well-executed play. Again, I think that there is a lot of, a lot of teams just want the offense to be able to function. You got to be able to make the layups and make the shots that are created for you, and he does right there. Next one here, a little power pass, 3rd and 1. You know, nothing special about this play. Reverse out, fake ball in the flat. He takes a big hit here. You know, this is universal NFL offense. Reverse out, the fullback's going to bluff, the tailback's going to cut. That's actually looks like a penalty, doesn't it? You're not allowed to engage somebody low. Isn't that a chop? If someone's engaged high, like the right tackle right there, and someone hits you low, I'm pretty sure that's a penalty. In addition, you want the back to cut the outside quad, not the inside quad. So, again, universal football. See what they do here. Shallow. Yeah, corner shallow. So normally this play, I'm used to calling it power pass. Every NFL team has this. Bluff into the flat, 1. Okay, then there's usually something in this area that's 2. There's a bunch of different ways to get there. Right here, I think they go corner. I would say this needs to be over the top, and then this guy comes on the meshy shallow as that kind of 2 into the space. But we're trying to get, the ball is designed to say, hey, we're running right here. We're going to bluff and then get into the flat. And that's a terrible drawing. Holy moly. Bluff, flat. Then the other part here, coaching-wise, is this guy right here comes hard off the bluff, and then he's going to take his inside shoulder usually and cut the outside shoulder of the edge defender. And again, I think that I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to do that, but maybe I've been out of the game too long to know now you can do that. All right, here we go. So bluff, flat. Again, takes a big shot in the back. It doesn't help that he like kicks back here for some reason. I'm not sure why he kicks back footwork wise. Maybe just to get a lane. Protect yourself on the boundary. So here it is. Bluff, flat, reverse out. Again, I personally like to double ball hand fake here. So I think it's easier. It's harder for me to extend with my left and then find the laces and throw it. So right here, he makes it look easy. It's not easy to do. Extend left, find laces right. He's actually a little late to the flat, isn't he? Does it look like his helmet looks down the field? Right there. Yeah, he goes like back to the flat. A little funky timing, but certainly good enough. Nice third down conversion. Next one here. A little PRO up top. Gets a little greedy. Trying to get that little, I don't even know what you'd call it, corner. It doesn't throw it like an inside fade. To me, this is a pass run option. You can see the offensive line block and run here. You know, I don't think there's anything wrong with being aggressive, trying to get a touchdown pass. That's for damn sure. I think the Vikings, more than anything else, first of all, I really like the Vikings defensively, scheme-wise. I love to watch them during the regular season. They do a really nice job here. Oh, it was on the eraser side. See, these are all things that would get cut out in an edited version. You're getting the full experience. So 2 over 2 here, right? You like it, throw it. PRO, RPO, whatever your language is. This little like corner, you know, sloppy fade with this little under. Now the thing about it is what I'm used to calling banjo this thing. So it looks like man to man, but it's really these two for these two. So when he goes like this, he just passes them off to this guy. When this guy comes inside, he just passes them off to this guy. So they do a really nice job of communicating that thing and making it work defensively. You go back to throw this, they got you. Good for them. Things you would do to mitigate this in the regular season to not allow them to do this kind of shit is you would motion and stack. So you would put them in more stressful situations. So tighter splits, motion, stack, movement, make them communicate. Regardless, I don't think it's a bad throw. I don't think it's a bad decision. It's just one of those things where they got you, on to the next. Next one here, 3rd and 3. And we get sacked down here. This is a tough one. The guy at the bottom, 11, number 1, he's supposed to have a corner most likely. He just never gets through there. He's just destroyed. So there's no real great opportunity for the ball to go anywhere. And we end up getting a sack on 3rd and 3. Now, you never want to take a sack. I think if there is ever a spot to take a sack, it's not to force it in the red zone, in the tight red zone, or right here. That makes no difference on your field goal kicker. 10 yards from going from, a 20-yard field goal to a 30-yard field goal for an NFL kicker is nothing. Again, just the scheme of this, as we try to make sense of what the hell their scheme's going to be this year. This is a pretty universal red zone concept where we're going to come out here and run like this little push spray, whether you call it a spot or a hook, it doesn't really matter. And then this guy's going to come up and he's going to run to the corner, but it's going to be at like an inside. So this spray hook spot is going to go first, and then the inside release, number 1, is going to go to the corner. That's going to be paired with somebody in the flat. So if you looked at the spacing of it, that's just spot or snag for most universal West Coast systems. But for us here, they kind of switch the release with the 1 and the 2. Now, that's only good if this guy doesn't get jacked, right? So he comes in here, gets destroyed, never gets to run out, and now the whole thing is muddy and it's a mini disaster. So bummer in that regard. No. And again, it's easy to sit here with a clicker long time after the game and say, hey, let's move forward and escape up and out. Okay. But, he feels it backwards, goes backwards, sack, protect the ball. The other thing I would say something like this potentially again reveals is just Aiden O'Connell is not as athletic as other guys that play the position nowadays. That's not a shot. That's just the truth of watching the film. So would you, if you had a guy who was more of an extender here, you would love to either escape backwards or up and out to the left and see what happens with an extended scramble play. All right, so now let's go a Gardner Minshew. There it is. All right, hold on. Let's take a pause. Let's go back. See if I can check in here. Nope. Well, I'm in a different program. So let's go. There it is. All right. Come back and check in here. See how that went. That went all right. Appreciate the new subscriber I just saw. Didn't see who it was. Jim H. You're not sure why this is a live stream? Bro, you were not here at the start of the live stream then, because I told you. Not sure why this is a live stream? It's because I didn't get the video made during the week. And it was either not going to get made or it's a live stream. So you're good. Or I'm good. One way or the other. What else we got? Oh, Caleb Williams is on the field. See, I didn't even know that there was a live stream going on. All right, I'm going to go fast. If the Bears are playing the preseason, I'm sure we've got all of 5 people in here. CB, what's good? All right, I'm going to finish this. I'm going to try to finish the video somewhat, or finish this live quickly so you guys can get back to the preseason action for all 5 people watching this. See if we can go back. There it is. We're back. All right, Gardner Minshew. Here we go. First one, free play. He's going to get that corner up top to the slot. That's a nice play. It's a big chunk. You know, you can see the guy jump down here to the bottom. Whoop, defensive tackle, free play, flag up top. You know, by no means is it a perfect throw. Again, not my footwork. Doesn't mean it's illegal. Doesn't mean anything other than I prefer to keep a better base. I prefer not to karaoke the other way. I think this does show off Gardner Minshew's ability to go kind of off platform, a little bit looser. Watch his feet. Whoop! That's a full karaoke, bro. He's going behind him. It's not impossible to play quarterback like that. It's just unnecessarily difficult. So the corner up top, little sail route. It's there. It's a weird drop. Doesn't matter. The throw's right at him. It's good enough for a big-time completion. Is it precise? Is it how you would see most guys do it at the highest level? Absolutely not. But he makes it work. He's made it work for a long time. Big chunk right there. Hey, next one. We're going to run a little shallow cross action. The number 1 up top's running the shallow. Sky Mail. Not my favorite footwork. Watch the drop. Under center, 7-step. Hit your back foot. Go backwards. Again, I sit here and turn this into me preaching about 7-step drops. It's all bad, but hit your back foot and go backwards. Just watch the back foot, man. So 7-step drop under center. Hit your back foot right there. He goes kind of up and down, super toesy. Looks like he's wearing a high heel, right? I mean, look at his back foot. His heel is off the ground. Tough to be accurate like that. You don't think you're going to miss a shallow like that very often. It's a beautiful runaway. I think this is a dinosaur of a play. Shallow cross, there are just better ways to do it. Most people would just run mesh. They end up running a lot of mesh. But again, under center, this is the part this is just the difference, the contrast for me with Aiden O'Connell and a guy like Gardner Minshew. This is a play that Aiden O'Connell, I think, would hit in his sleep left-handed. It's, in phase, under center, shallow, put it on him. Where it's a struggle with Gardner. Right here. 3rd and 3, little mesh railroad. This is the difference with Gardner Minshew. Mesh railroad, rail to the back, at the backfield with mesh. It's not there. He just scrambles. So you don't see a lot of this type of extended play up and out with Aiden O'Connell. It is a true contrast in style, which you really don't, I guess maybe you see in like competition situations for quarterbacks, but usually quarterbacks are in organizations are a little bit closer in style together. This is, he doesn't like it. It's not there to the rail. Doesn't like the mesh. Get out and go get it yourself. It's really nice, right? There's nothing wrong with this rep at all. It's a nice job. Third down, scramble, use your legs, go get it. Let's see what the rail looks like. Rail, no. Mesh. You know, the tight end is working to get that rub. He just doesn't. You can see the tight end, the number 2, trying to work his way across. So right here, he's trying to come up here and get this player who is following the mesh here. He wants to get that rub. He just can't quite push his guy into him. He's trying to fight. You can see him trying to fight. He just doesn't. It's just not quite good enough. So it's covered. So then we got to go. So good decision, decisive, first down. Like it. Go quickly here. Next one, touchdown, backside post, number 2. This is a really nice flick, I thought, from Gardner Minshew. The number 2 in the slot down here to the bottom, run away. Middle field player can't make a play. It's a beautiful throw. It's a nice job. A little play action, kind of like semi-movement here, pocket-wise. So reverse out. Again, that's a nice flick, man. I love this flick from Minshew. Guy right in his face. Not a coward at all. No chuck and duck, no turn down. Doesn't even get through that thing. Just see the back hip fire. Again, he's still on his toes. I mean, look at the back foot. Holy shit, man. Look at the back foot. I mean, it is on his toe the entire time. And that is a dot. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. That's some interesting safety play as well. But beautiful throw from Minshew. Really nice, big-time hookup. Again, I think it just exaggerates the difference between the two guys. One guy is quick and a little twitchy and a little, gunslinger, wild horse. The other guy is more pocket movement, a little slower, a little bit more of a guy who's going to make it work from within the pocket and not going to extend. It'll be interesting to see which way they go. I really like Aiden O'Connell, man. I think he looks the part. I think Gardner gives you a chance to win in just a different way. 3rd and 11. Next one, big hit down here to the bottom. Now, is this route, the number 1 at the bottom, a flag or a post? I don't know. I will say that it's a beautiful catch and a massive conversion on 3rd and 11. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna err on the side of saying this is a flag, meaning that he's going to the back pylon. Nice pocket movement. And what I mean by that is, so quick pocket movement, reset, get that thing off, find your base. Watch 11 look over his right shoulder. So as he's looking over his right shoulder here, this way, the ball is way over here. So this is a great ball if this is what I'm used to calling a flag or a pylon, where he's setting that deep back here. If this is supposed to be like a skinny post, like where he's running this like deep post over the top up the numbers here, this ball misses by 5 yards. And so he's looking inside. He then has to like baseball turn and go make a ridiculous catch. It's a ridiculous catch. Now, is it a ridiculous catch because he runs the wrong route or Gardner Minshew throws the wrong ball? I would bet he runs the wrong route. If he runs the wrong route and that's supposed to be a pylon or a deep flag, it's a dot. If he's supposed to run like a post over the top, up the numbers, and Gardner misses it outside by 5 yards, regardless, it's a hell of a catch. It's a hell of a catch, hell of a turnover, his left shoulder. That's pretty damn sweet. And again, 3rd and 11, big hit. I feel like you're going to get plays like this with Gardner Minshew, where you just kind of, hey, scratch your head. He gives your guy a chance. They make a play for him, rally for him. It's just kind of like how it rolls with him. But you also get plays like this. 2nd and 6 here. This is murder to the tight end, the number 3. Hopefully you can see it with my grill up here. I have to move my grill. I mean, it is something you never want to see on a football field. Ever, ever, ever. The tight end, the number 3, no down here to the bottom, turns into a scramble mode. We throw up a prayer, and could get somebody significantly hurt. Hopefully that dude is okay. You can tell Gardner immediately knows that something is wrong because he sprints towards the tight end. I know he doesn't see that guy, but just because you don't see someone doesn't mean it's okay. Look at Minshew. I mean, I would tell you that it's a terrible feeling, but this is not me being a dick here. I've never done this before. You do not want to lay someone out like this. Everybody in the tight end, the running back, the wide receiver room, nobody wants to play for people who get people hit like this. That's just the straight up truth. This is absolutely, 187? I mean, this is ambulance kill shot. It's actually hard to do this nowadays with the target area and everything. This is just murder. It's fucking, I'm not even going to rewind it and watch it. I just don't like it. It's bad ball. Next one, 3rd and 6. Nice little hot to the tight end. Guy going in motion. Pressure off the edge up top. Free runner. Catch, throw, put it on him. Just exactly how you want to do it. Again, just functioning within the offense. Like to see 15 do this from within the pocket right here. 54 is going to pressure. He's unblocked center. Well, he might not be. Oh, they're running a screen. I got you. So it's hot. Hot to the right. Screen to the left. That's a nice job. Is that a little double stick screen? Double stick screen. West Coast staple. See what the number 2 does. That's the number 2 run a quick out. Yeah, so it's double stick, halfback screen left. So you're hot up top. Put it on him. Beautiful. Just really well done. Execute the play. Turns into a nice little chunk. Really. So 54 is unblocked. The line's going to 25. The back's got 6. Or whoever's on the left. If it wasn't there, you can see the screen start to show up, right? Just a nice job from Gardner. Again, I like seeing guys throw into the hot, throw into the pressure, get the ball out of your hands, don't take a hit. Next one here. 1st and 10, a little mesh railroad. This time, nice shot to the rail. This time they flip the mesh rail. So the rail to the back, out the backfield, basically a go route from the backfield, but you can throw it quickly like this. And you're really looking for what the coverage is to the rail based on the picks up top. So a little slot wing here. So you're really running 2 picks. So pick. Now these guys aren't running true like picks in basketball. Usually one's running to the over the ball hook, one's running the shallow mesh. And so as you see this rail come out the backfield, if someone has him man to man, so one of these guys has him man to man, what do? Do they go under the 2 picks? Because if they go under, now we want to throw the ball down the field. If they go over, now we want to put it on him right away. So it's kind of 1-2 to the same route. And then if that's not there, then you usually got that mesh coming to you this way as the number 2. So just a nice, easy way. Again, this is popular at every level of football. Runs mesh railroad now. Beautiful. So watch him go over the top. Too much space, put it on him. Boop. Nice job, nice completion, good quick process, good quick vision. Well done playing it. It's actually harder to the right. I think it's easier to the left because you're kind of lined up that way. Gardner puts it right on him, handoff of a throw. Excellent play. Last 2 here, 2nd and 8. This is a weird one. I feel like he kind of bails here. You don't see a lot of veteran guys like this bail out of pockets. So, I mean, you be the judge. I'm not saying it's easy to stand in there, especially in the preseason, but where's he going? Maybe he just feels the right guard take an L inside. But even then, as you go over, up, and we've seen him go up and out already instead of over and bail, right? Like that's over bail. And again, it's easy for me to say with a clicker on a live stream days later. Okay, I get it. Relax with your comments. It's a bad look, man. I'm telling, as a quarterback, you don't want I wouldn't even say happy feet. I would say like leaving good pockets, bailing. This is good protection. And then when you turn on the film, he probably has either number one. So number one at the bottom throws up a mailbox. Number one up top does like a deep curl. They're both there. You know, who knows where the ball ends up going, but bailing, throwing the ball away when you don't have to on a 2nd and 8, it's tough. It's just it's not what anybody wants with the offense. Next one here and the last one, 3rd and 8, a little screen. This is a bummer. This screen to the back here would have been a big hit down here to the bottom of the screen, and the ball gets tipped. So on these screens, the way that I like to think of it is the quarterback's responsibility on a backfield screen is to get the ball, to make the decision, are they open, and then to get the ball to the screen runner. If it gets tipped, it's not on the line. They have to navigate this, throw with touch. So you just got to get it up and over. If he finds the way to get it to the back here, you know, and like if I was a dick or something, or like I've heard guys with short quarterbacks be like, man, if you were just a little bit taller, Doug, you could have thrown that. You know, just a little bit more height, and then gets right over the guy. Let's watch it get tipped in the quarterback room. I've heard that happens. Never seen it happen in person, but I've heard. Right here, you just got to find a way to grenade that thing up and over, and that ends up being a big hit. This is one of those sickening ones where you look at the screen down here to the bottom, 3rd and 8, and it would have walked for a 1st down. It might have been even more. You know, the corner's going to get swallowed up by the guard. It's going to be beautiful. But the quarterback's got to be able to have that touch, pull that string. And I think he does. He just doesn't right here. The film is the film, right? So one of those things where you just got to be able to retreat and make this throw if he's open. Because the line's not trying to hold down hands. The hands are going to be up. Woo! All right. That's a wrap. See if we can go back to the normal vision here. All right. I think it worked for the most part. My guy beat us. Appreciate the love. Oh, man, I forgot the super chat. Hopefully it works, Skinny. Appreciate the love as well. Yeah, hopefully this was fun. It's a quick little way to make sure I get the video as opposed to doing it myself, editing it, uploading it. It will never get up. Like 3 people would have watched it before the Raider game tonight. So hopefully you enjoyed it. A little something special, a little something different. Appreciate all of y'all hanging out with this thing. Oh, we got almost 175 of us hanging out. So good stuff. Maybe continue, try to do these a little bit more if it gets a good response. It is definitely easier for me to be able to do this, not have to worry about it again. Other than that, enjoy some preseason this weekend. Have yourself a wonderful time, and I will see you probably with a bunch of videos next week. All right, have a good one. See you on the other side.